I'm ready for our card for today. We have another good deeds. This one goes, put together a surprise care package for a friend. This one has a close relationship with the one that we read the other day about. How did it go again? It was something about writing a get well note to someone who's ill or something. And I remember saying, well, me and the squad are Olympians in the world of immune systems, to where I never know anyone who gets sick like that, or to the extent that they might need something. These cards would have been a little bit more adequate during COVID, because boy, did the whole team get toe up during COVID. But I guess you don't have to put together packages with wellness supplies when someone falls ill. If anything, I think someone should be provided with the care kit before they get sick, in an effort to avoid getting sick in the first place. When it comes to things like this, I try to observe first and then determine if this is something that someone wants, because some people are very particular about how they self-care, in the same manner but totally contrary, that there are people who absolutely do not take care of themselves, and there's really no way of talking them into it. And sometimes I wonder if it's because they used to have a good self-care routine, but they gave up on it because they felt like it wasn't really doing anything for them, or if their, say, parents never established such a habit that they do not know how to get started, and if they get started, they don't know how to maintain it. I know that people can be picky about what kind of lotions they use, what kind of ingredients they have, what it smells like. So when it comes to body care, it's like, it's kind of hard to please some people, especially with the standards changing ever so slightly. But I feel like for the most part, it seems like it's the thought that counts. And even if someone doesn't like something, they try to use it, or at the very least, give it to someone else. When it comes to things like supplements and anything dietary, you also got to consider that everyone is allergic to gluten now, everyone is vegan now, whatever the allergens are. And I get that is a real threat to some people's lives, but I'm guessing that ages ago, we maybe didn't know the causes of illness on some people, because I swear that growing up I never heard of people having these issues. The most I heard was people having allergies to crustaceans, shrimp and crab and lobster. That makes sense because it comes from the freaking ocean, and the ocean probably houses things that we have yet to realize are down there. For your body to be a little bit rejectful of it, it makes better sense. Whereas stuff in the surface shouldn't really feel like a threat. It's something that if I know you well, I could do. I don't think I could do an entire package of things, but something I can say I do is, if I'm working with someone who is also a friend and I observe that they have been performing poorly with their hydration game, I'll be like, am I right at calling out the fact that I haven't observed you drinking water much? And then they admit that they haven't. And I'm like, okay, where's your water? Cup or bottle? And they go, oh, I don't have it. I need to get it though. Then I take the initiative and I supply it for them if I have a downtime. Because sometimes the folks who say this are the people who are tied up sometimes, especially managers. Like, good grief, sometimes they get so caught up in what they're doing that they forget that they're living, breathing people who need to take breaks and shit. So anyways, you guys, those are my thoughts on this one. It's something that like I said, I do, but I guess I do it without feeling like it has to be an entire package. And I also wouldn't want to do something like that and send the subliminal message to this adult that I don't believe you're capable of taking care of yourself. I do find that most people tend to be inspired after you take the lead in that regard, and they're like, you know what, the way that you did this for me, it's a great idea. I can see myself getting this started. I vividly remember one person before has said that to me, that they were asking me why it is that I carry so many different bags sometimes, like, oh, you have a gym bag and you have your personal daily bag, but on your day off you carry a different bag. What do you do? What are you doing? And then I explain, oh, well, on certain days, more than likely I'm traveling with A, B, C, and D, and if I'm going farther than, I know that this is not a unit of distance measuring, it's a unit of time. But if I'm going farther than half an hour away from home, I like to carry my own thing with me for something like, if I get stuck in traffic, do I have a snack with me? Do I have my sunscreen? Do I have enough gas? Things like that, because I would rather be prepared. And that's something that goes way back to me being a kid. Mom was so overprotective, but also good at being responsible and trying to imagine circumstances happening out of nowhere, that she always said, I want to have the solution to the problem before the problem cooks. I always like that. It makes me feel like I got shit under control. And it also is food for my controlling nature. That's how I thrive. All right, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and I'll see you soon.